it so low. Hey y'all. Hey, hey, hey. So the last time we did a reading, um, okay, now it came back to me. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. I still didn't watch the news, so I wouldn't know who that character is. But I do know that we had Ogun at the end. We had Marie Laveau. We had Hugon with Rada, and we had Hugon with Fire. And then that's when we had the Marie Laveau. hmm And then at the end of that final reading, it was Ogun. That is what we did the last time, and that was more collective because I do remember we did two separate readings a couple nights before. So now that we are back, let's shuffle the cards and see what we got, y'all. I said shuffle the cards. I'm not gonna even look at it. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Let's shuffle them up really, really nicely, right? And we are back as if we never left. And we're back. And we're back. Okay. Ooh, what is that? Is that, oh my God. Is that, I don't even know what the heck that is. Checklist of Slovakia. Hey, y'all. Good, beautiful, good, beautiful, good, beautiful, good, beautiful moments. Hello, 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 hello. Good, beautiful moments. Let's just shuffle these cards, Spirit, right now. We're just going to go ahead and shuffle them for a couple more seconds to see what we get. Tipsy RL, you're hilarious. What's everybody doing right now? I wish I know how to pronounce that name. That starts with an E. Ernest. How's it going? Check something or another. What's the emoji? Oh, it must be like in at nighttime over there somewhere in Europe. Not really. What is that? So let's give these cards a little bit more shuffle time. They really want to stay stuck together is what I see. They like to stay chunked together. I think it's because of the stock of the cards. But they're still pretty good, thick quality cards. But the stock of the cards, it gives you more of like a original, like a paper filling, original paper filling across your fingers. It's like touching like a drawing paper or, you know. So what are y'all up there doing in YouTube land? Are y'all having fun? Y'all doing anything fun? Are you having any fun? Are you planning any fun? See, this is what I'm saying, why they're so clunky. Like, when it's like really clunky, these cards, they're like, it doesn't matter if you shuffle them. We're still gonna do what we want to do, basically. And, yeah. But they haven't had like a good shuffle, a good, nice ripened shuffle for a while. So here are the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot quads. We call them the Voodoo Tarot cards over here because of copyright reasons. I feel like every time I use the full New Orleans Voodoo Tarot naming, my dear be coming around and somebody be striking. So anyway, y'all, we're getting ready to just do a generalized reading. So we'll do some little chit chat. We'll do a reading. We'll do a reading. We'll do a chit chat. We'll just go whatever the energy flow is. Okay. So now that I almost feel like the cards aren't as chunky, they feel a lot more broken up. And of course, all of them want to show. Okay. Now we have a spirit wife. Now we have a spirit wife. So that, okay, I was watching a video a couple days ago, and this guy did a lot of history in the background on the voodoo spirit wife, which is supposed to be made up out of this fire energy. And I was like, I wonder, anyway, this is maybe a different additional of what a spirit wife is. So that's our first card. We have the Princess Emrata. We have Hanessis Emrata, who's over there, who's very, very, very reliable, who is taking care of the most detailed descriptions of the workings, right? So we have a reliable nature here. So many cards. We have the presence of bliss. We have the presence of Zen, right? So right away, spirit wife, very much reliable by herself up in there. She's in charge of all of these utensils, all of this equipment by herself. No help, no surveillance, nobody checking in on her. She is the spiritual wife. She's over there doing some work, right? And here's another aspect card that just came out. It's basically just saying Zen and bliss. Okay. Receiving the energy of both of the sun and the water at the same time, and dwelling in this energy of just fantastic zen and bliss here. Okay. It's frequency. It depends on this reading. Mr. Wash Wilkins, it depends on the reading. Okay, so tell me more, Spirit. What is, thank you in advance anyway. You and Spirit, but I'm talking mainly to Spirit, okay? Thank you in advance for the messages previously. Thank you for the messages that are here. Arise. Ooh, over application. Over application. Over application. Okay. There's some forms of over application. Okay. So, what are you guys up to? I don't know what's on the TV, but it was Goldie Hawn, some Keaton or another woman and another woman. What's the name of it? Because it was looked like a pretty good comedy, really. Oh, The First Wives Club. I'm pretty sure it came out in the 80s or however. I've never seen it before, but I saw like a little bit, a glimpse of it here and there. It's kind of funny. You know, Goldie Hawn is a good actress, and the other women that she was with, they're really good actress also. So I like how they, have the black people in the background and music. Yeah. So what is up with this over application? So we have maybe the frequency was going on right there, right there, right there, right there. We have Simbi here. Simbi is like overstimulated. Can't you see what you doing to Simbi? But prior right there, it's like, okay, we're getting some blessings in. Now what's going on here? What's going on here? Who's trying to infiltrate? What's going on with that? Too many cards. Mm, mm, you're doing too much. Somebody is working hard, not smart. Especially after that. Especially after this, right? Someone is known to have this very good spiritual connection, right, to spirit. Right, reminds me of my oracle card. I am spiritually connected, right? So someone is already divine and unique, spiritually connected here, and then in knowing it, okay, but yet and still, there's just like this, working too hard, working too hard, working too hard, working too hard, and the working should be here. And this is the perfect time to do that working. Anytime the acknowledgement of the ancestors here. They are the ones in this card, this very high frequency hierarchical card in 20. They're the ones that are passing out the gifts here. They're the ones who's keeping the secrets, but they're passing out the secrets here at the bottom here of this boat, of the ship that's going, that has Simbi wrapped around it. You see how they're throwing out all of these different shades of secrets here that's coming down, that's flowing to these hands that's waiting and opening here. They are the ones that have all the gifts, but it is not for everyone to know here. Okay, so it's saying like so far that, but tell me a little bit more. Is the collective energy working the opposite way, the opposite direction? They're doing too much in one area and too in one area. Mm-hmm. Right. Does that mean they're over this, or they have to get back into their spiritual bag? Master of the head. Hmm. Some movement. And once again, calm before the storm. Yeah, basically, it's like definitely stay within this realms of this energy here. This will always bring you back there. Okay, don't over apply it. Always receive the gift of receiving of the flow of the ancestors here. Once again, staying focused, staying tuned, sharpening your skills. This is not just this person sitting down with their legs crossed, with their drum, having fun with music. This is them practicing, practicing, still practicing. There's some movement. There's a gift or there's some movement coming on here. This is still nine. Rada. We're dealing with air, we're dealing with swords, communication. We're here in this very much astral plane here. Okay. Very much astral movement. The masa is supplying this energy here between this boat and the universe here. So it's like a gift or there's like some movement action going on, right? But why this come out? Hmm. Why? Yeah. See, when y'all hoogans be popping out and y'all a place be popping out, I have to side eye you. I have to side eye you just like how this guy is side eyeing, right? I have to side eye you because I know there's some kind of disturbance going on with these swords, right? Especially because they be working from the bottom up. Sometimes they're working from the top down, but here I be seeing a lot of times either working from the middle down here in these particular cards. So I'm like, what's going on here? This followed that card. This is the King Hugon swords, right? And this is the Rada again, the play swords, right? Really? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm about to shuffle these cards. Puff Daddy, is that you? Yep. Show wheel. He's back there in the VR. He's in your VR. You got him programmed. I see you. You got the whole room made up for Puff Daddy in the VR. I see you. I see you. You and Puff Daddy having a party, in virtual reality. Is that what's going on, Mr. Kudu? You like somehow found some software or programming for a Diddy party in the VR, Mr. Kudu. Is that what you doing? Okay, you know what I'm saying. Is that what you doing, dude? Perfect. Remember that notification? I think it was on Street Fighter. Perfect. Okay, that is the tone, the ringtone for this particular car, if there was ever one when you see it. Perfect. 10. Beautiful. Beautiful attributions, beautiful balance here, beautiful energy, honestly. We were just talking about tens earlier. All right. Here we're back to the earthly plane now. We're in a different service. Okay, we're in a different atmosphere here with these cards. Here we're shooting for the stars with Oishai. So this is a good set. This is a good start. We're dealing with so much accumulation though. There's a lot of accumulation. So if you don't shoot for the stars, basically if you don't shoot for your shot, shoot for your chance, live fearlessly, all of it, you're basically going to turn into a dry grape. Okay, all your skills, your talents, your knowing of self is just going to all dry up because there's so much of them. You have to continue to press, push yourself. Okay, push yourself in a different direction. I guess he's not in the VR. He's out there doing some work. So yes, Oshai, we'd like to see you as this perfect tool, resource here, sword that we're using. Accumulate it all, no matter what it is. Take your shot. A bunch of writings, give it to some what do they call those little magazines, some lit magazines or whatever. Submit your art to lit magazines as well, because not a lot of people know that if you do artwork or any type of like drawing that's different, any type of sculpture work that's different, any type of poetry that's different, you can always submit it to lit magazines and other different subscriptions, well, mainly lit magazines, because every now and again or every season they'll have some very unique themes, for people who are kind of artsy. Um, yeah, shoot your shot always. All that accumulation is going to spoil. Yeah, you think you might pass it on to your kids, but what are they going to do with it? They're not going to even want to know. They're going to have to start from another whole ground level to pick off where you left off at. You know what I'm saying? So you carry the torch, you shoot for all of the stars because you have more than just gifts here, right? This card doesn't just fly out right from the beginning, right out of the gate. Okay, this is a Sagittarian card already. Mm-hmm. All those talents, all those skills, all right, are not meant for to be servitude. Let these stars in the universe service you. Right. Let it service you. Let it service you. Why is boomerang on? We got the mirror with the moon card here. And we got Yemiya. Yemiya always wants to come. She was showing earlier before I turned the camera on. But let's get into the moon card. So now the moon card. Mm, magic and sorcery, right? I like what somebody was saying earlier, that don't just learn things just to learn things, but actually apply it. Actually apply it. So here, this card also reminds me of Oshun. So whenever I see Oshun card, this magic mirror reminds me of just like the sorcery and the magic that comes with reflections. There's so many reflections in this card. Not only do you have like the moon reflecting back at you in the mirror, which deals with its own frequencies and knowledge and information. It's in the frame in the mirror, right? This could be some body of water, so it could be some clouds, right? But it's still water. And then you have this atmosphere, and you have these stars here, and it's still all water. Everything, all of these elements are reflecting back, okay? So use it, use your reflections, your uniqueness, your difference, okay, to reflect on these elements as well. So what does that mean? So if there's a moon phase in relation to one of your astrological figures, why not look up and see which house it follows in and concentrate on what needs to be established during a specific time? Or why not reflect or meditate in water, in the bath, in the shower, programming your water that you drink, programming your crystals, okay? Using your crystals as well as a reflection tool, also for the benefit of yourself, programming your subconscious mind basically by just focusing on one thing, but you're using the elemental forces of water, okay, which has its own frequency and knowledge of information. I think I said all that was is because of all of what's going on in these cards here, in this card here that reflects sorcery so much in here in the moon. It's not only just the moon, it's the frame around it. It's so big that they had to like frame the moon. That's how much it's affected in this card. But you got the stars, you have the universe, you have all of the atmosphere, you have all the bodily waters here that a person can work with or a person can develop themselves with. Um, and you know what other people can do the opposite with, right? With reflections of mirrors and reflections of the moon, right? Some people can say it's like the evil eye, or some people can say that it's a different type of magic and sorcery of projections. And there's so many ways that projections can be used as magic and sorceries from like media, from like your parents, from like your friends, okay? Because it's they're playing on your emotions already on a deeper level because they see something in you that hasn't been reflected upon, that you haven't seen in yourself. So working with the magic moon can go in all different kind of ways already. This card hardly ever comes out, okay? But the energy is here, is telling me to use it for always the benefit for you. All right, especially when you got this going on as the first card. As the first card. This is the first card, okay? Shooting for all of the stars, not just one. Okay. Focusing on that, reflecting that something is going to land, something will always land. Something is always going to land, period. I don't think there's so much that you can say about this particular card online, right? There's only so much that you want to say. But if you take all of those pieces, like what I said, especially with simply programming your water, right? For me personally, I have a bunch of mirrors around in all places. Um, I'm always daydreaming. I think I'm always reflecting. Now it's not so much in a judgmental way. I love drinking water, but I can never remember to program water. I work with crystals by with, meditation when necessary or just carrying them. Okay, because we can both vibrate off of higher frequencies at that time, you know what I'm saying, using the magic mind. um, and or working with the phases of the moon as well, and deep reflection and retrospection as well. Hmm. You're funny. So also, y'all, this is number 18. Number 18, number 18, number 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So once again, they're intentionally deep transformations, deep introspection, um, reflecting what you want to see in the mirror, literally. Okay, and spiritually reflecting that what you want to see in the mirror, reflecting that what you want to see in the mirror. All right. So right after that card, y'all. Right after the magic mirror, okay, which is the moon card, we have Oashai. This is a Sagittarian type of frequency card. Yimmy ya, yimmy ya, yimmy ya, yimmy ya. Hasn't y'all? Belinda Tony. That's an interesting name, though. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's an interesting name. I like that picture. I like the graphics on there. So on like Yeah, man, y'all, for the last few weeks been showing out. So nine again. I'm like, didn't we have this earlier? We're just missing eight. Okay, it's just a little backwards earlier because we have two nines and we have a 10 now. Now we have two nines and we have a 10. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's a whole other different story. So now Yemaya is back with this big, huge, ginormous birthing celebration that's getting ready to come about. Okay. She is ready. Something is getting ready to like be here and available for you. It's like they're saying like a banquet, like whatever a banquet means, like a celebration of a banquet, like a big celebration of a banquet for like your commitment, for like your values, for something that you're involved in, like this big banquet of a ceremony or for your commitment and involvement mainly. Okay, mainly that's what it is. Most likely it's coming from out of this card since these are three cards so far. Hopefully you're following me. So these are like three cards so far. And since there are three cards, I'm looking at it as like past, current, and near future energies. This is the first card. Okay, so past, current, we shooting for the stars. We are solid in our reflections, okay? In all of our reflections that we do about all the things that I said, we are solid in that. All right. Now, like we're waiting for this big, huge um, banquet celebration, a big banquet celebration, right? Yemaya is not going to be eating or any of that. Okay, she is just here bringing like this extra large like celebration. Um, Big birthing. I always say birthing, so I'm trying to get away from saying birthing so often. So like this really big, like newness, this really big thing that's just been occurring over a long period of time, right? Because as you can see, she's ready. It's ready to come out. It's ready to be birthed. She's in that big mass of water. So whatever it is that's coming about for an individual or the collective is like something good and big because this is another way of looking at abundance. Okay. Another of the mother of the stores. The mother of the stores. The mother, and they say Yemaya, but another reflection is like she has the moon, right? And the stores. Did we forget? Did we forget? A lot of people talk about Yemaya and her attachment to water and the big bodies of water and all of that. Okay, that is one thing that is related to something else with the stars and the was it like three stars and like a half a moon. The lady of the stores. Let me stop. Okay, so we got two earthly abundances occurring as they will always occur, all right, with your solidified solitude and discipline. Not complete solitude, but when you are solid in your expressions, when you are solid in your practice, you know what I'm saying? You're like, this gonna come about no matter what. This is gonna come about every season, or not even every season. You don't even have to wait a season. Okay, just depends on how much energy and frequency and areas that you're able to press upon in 24 hours. 24 hours. Okay, utilize that. Utilize the sword. You literally. If you don't know how, we can always walk you through, okay, with all those talents and your gifts. Okay? All right. They want to shine through that reflection of the mirror. Let's do another reading, y'all. Y'all still here? Y'all with me? I can't see, but thanks for being here. like in the stream on this very, 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 very early morning. Already have a white candle lit. Give thanks for this day and gratitude. I think one of my sayings is I have a few different sayings, and I'm not afraid to share them because all of them are copywritten anyway. Um, because but it's okay. You can still use it. I don't care. I'm just talking stuff that what is the saying that I'll do most mornings? Oh, they don't want y'all to know. Not right now. They don't want y'all to know right now. It's cool. But always have a repetitive power, that a tone that you set the mornings with. Y'all probably already do this. You probably already do this. I'm just saying you can make it up for yourself. It doesn't have to necessarily be something you search online on Google. What can I say? That's an affirmation that I can set the tone for the morning. You can just directly be the source and receive the information from yourself on how to set the tone for the morning or the afternoon or the day or for the year or however, by using the power of the sword, by using your own tongue, by using your own mental factories. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's do another reading. One more reading. Eartha Kitt. She wore the heck out of this red dress. It's like, girl, did they paint the dress on you or what? Because you can tell she's barely moving, but it's just fitted so well because her body frame's small and very petite, and that dress is like fitted to the T, and it's so 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 beautiful. Anyhow, hope you guys are having a good moment. Let's get back into the reading, y'all. I got distracted a little bit because I saw some red on the screen. Mm-hmm. So, how else can we use this very, very, very much high energy in this spring equinox that continue to roll about that our gifts and our talents and our skills will never die. They just always continue to multiply, but they will indefinitely dry up, just like those crops will dry up if you're not maintaining what you have. It will just naturally, everything naturally is going to dry up, but by not using your skills and your talents right in a conscious way consistently, that it will dry up faster if you're not aware, and if you're not using it, it just you know will dry up like probably 30 years faster than what it should have. You know what did they even say on the news? And I was waiting for them to come out and say MLK with that whole thing, because that was a pattern, right? That was a pattern. So I've heard like little bits and pieces of like the discovery of the FBI pages, like a trillion pages. Geez Louise, they take all of these notes. They have all of these notes and documentation on these people. And I'm telling you, it has to be trillions of documentation on all those people that were assassinated, right? I thought they already said who did it. The same people who assassinated MLK, the same group force, right? hmm I knew they was going to leave Malcolm X out of it for sure. But wasn't there a third person? Oh, his brother. Ah, his brother. Wasn't it Robert Kennedy as well, who was assassinated not that long after his brother? And then, MLK. So it was like three at the same time. So they plotted and planned that shit. They know they plot and plan that shit. hmm For reasons that I don't care to get into. But anyway, Anyway. Isn't it make you go, Like, why are they talking about it now? Like, why? It's just another dagger, another something to pay attention to, another distraction, something else, like another Starbucks on a corner or another McDonald's to drive by. It's just another distraction, something else. Like, they all know. They know. They all know. They all know what the deal is or what it was. Didn't they? Didn't they? They like, yeah, we keeping the secrets. We keeping the secrets, honey. We know all the secrets. The little birdie tells us all. The little birdie will. The little birdies that be flying in the sky with all that energy. Yeah, they're telling all the secrets. We know all the secrets. We know all your secrets. So yeah, like I said, they are very well aware. It's just another dagger, another tool, another distraction to be like, oh, I can't roll my eyes anymore, so let me just stop. Right? What else you got to say, Spirit? Anything else that's going on in the collective? What else is going on? Using the power of the word, right? Influencing all those people, right? All those people right here, little children, and they thinking that all these civilians out here are just all little pawns. They're just all little children. They're just easily influenced because I have all of this strength right here in this card, all of this symbolism, all these tools right here. I have everything to distract. I have everything to promote right here by using the power of my tongue. Whatever I say, you gonna believe it. I'm talking about outer sources, basically. What's going on right here? Because I already said we already know their secrets. We know their secrets. You see, this bird is only telling and talking to one person, so there's only a few people that really truly knows, and they keeps the secrets, honey. They keeps it. All of this fluence here. It's in six, all right, but I'm looking more at this red and black here and this black and sun. I think Leba skips in between uh, the sun, the blacking of the sun, or when it's going down, or he goes in between those frequencies levels. But anyhow, I'm looking at more of that. Like, how big is this red and black? They're like, these kids or these influencers here, or those who are being influenced, if they are not engaged at all of this, it's like, look what he got here. He has his staff here. I got your attention, basically. I got your attention. Those guys that um, construct orchestras or symphonies when they use their baton. I know it's not a baton. To keep up with the flow of the energy of the music. Yeah. 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 Okay. Of course, the fire is right here, right? Ooh, I'm gonna sit around, I'm gonna tell the story. And like I said, everything, that we put out there, everything that we press upon y'all little pawns, y'all little children right there, you gonna believe it. And the reason why is because this is number six. We gonna make it believable. We gonna make it believable. We gonna definitely extract your energy with that red and black, honey. Okay, came out again. Leg bar once again. So I guess what I said was true. I guess I said what it was true. Because here was Legba and Rada, and here's Legba again. But now you get a close up. Come a little closer to that background that I was talking about. Come a little closer. How we get Legba two times in a row? So rewind everything that I just said. Now we don't do cars that are turned upside down or backwards or sideways or any of that because all those cards that are supposed to be backwards or sideways will reflect in another card. So the pressure is on. The pressure is on here. Congo, the mother is talking. The emotions are being pressed upon. The emotions are like being conflicted in some kind of way, whatever the pressure is that's going on in this big sense. Change energy? Yeah, I think anything can change energy just by using the frequency of your mind or writing things down can change energy. But cards can too. You know, it just depends on what you are good at. It depends on what you're good at. You can use your words, that'll change energy. Or you can use cards as just another tool of a resource to look at and to focus on. Because a lot of times, most of us are visual anyway. So you need something to focus on um, to maintain energy or whatever. That's why a lot of people, when they say to meditate, don't meditate on anything when you get to that point or not. It doesn't matter if you do or if you don't get to a point of meditation when you don't reflect on anything. But I think any type of symbolism that keeps you focused in the most positive and the most higher level energy awareness is good, right? You can use cards to change energy. That's why a lot of these cards, tarot cards, people use them for swords. They use them for, I was going to say stupid, dumb, fuck shit. But that's okay. Everybody has their own uses for them. And when I say stupid, dumb, fuck shit, is like, is he coming back or am I in love or stuff like that, using cards for that. And some people do use it for the other side. You can use it for the other side of red. You can use it for the other side of black. You can use it for the other side. You can use it for yellow. You can use it for pink, if you know what I mean. You can use it for blue. All right. So since Legba just came out twice, telling you use the power of the word and how it is influenced double time, right? Legba is highly influential double time. Crossroads are being influenced, all right? Okay, don't let the voodoo practitioners chop me up if I don't say anything about crossroads and Legba, okay? He is like the crosshold keeper in voodoo, right? The crossroads, directions, and frequencies, okay? Right after that, though, but I look at Legba as like speech and communication for me. He comes out as definitely almost like a thoth a little bit, like that energy frequency, like a thoth. Um, I haven't got the all red and black Freddy the Cougar. Okay, yeah, I have. I have once, but for the most part, it's been like a false like intellect with communication with by using your words, okay, for me, since it's going to be filtered through me for enlightenment. But anyway, my bad. After Legba, follow the pressures and where is the serpent energy or this focus, okay, this practice of discipline, okay, that's supposed to be what the serpent energy is. But the pressure is wrapped around Ayado Wado, okay, the mother serpent, okay, the rainbow. And that's so funny because on my thumbnail is a reflection of Ayado Wado, okay, serpent energy. Here it's saying, where's the pressures at? Okay, let's relieve the pressure. Right now, it's wrapped around her arm and her neck. As above, so below. Something is going on here. So, where's the pressure? Where's the pressure being applied here? It can always be a reflection of like this mothery nature energy, too. But right now, I feel like it's pressure being applied. Is there pressure being applied? I don't know. Once again, working with moon phases and cycles. And there goes Oya for some deep, 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 deep transformation. Look at the purple in the background. Look at the purple in the background. Wow. This is good. I'm going to have to look at this cards again. Like, these are good. These are good. These are good. Because Oya just like solidifies like transformation with growth, with spiritual growth. Okay. As you can see, she's stumping on what she knows, which one of her figures, which is eggplant, represents another form of abundance. Another form of abundance. She's here on the eggplant. It's all purple in the background. To me, right now, it's saying that this transformation is bringing some spiritual growth. I don't think all these cards relate to each other. They may or may not. They may or may not. But someone is receiving some wisdom and some secrets here. Someone is keeping the secrets, and someone has this older adult type of energy, this wise energy, but very like older, um, perceiving, um, thinking right now, this first card, right? So if you're going to use your swords, right, because it's double time, it's occurring double time right now. Okay, so Aries is on set. So that's what it is. So Aries is on set right now. Mm, Mercury might be retrograde. I don't know. I don't be paying attention to that. Mercury. That's why I was saying Thoth. Okay, Mercury. Yeah, Legba also reminds me a lot of Mercurian energy. Yay, communication, right? So Aries, Sun is here, and now we are in this balance frequency with using words as swords, words as power, being influential with your words, okay? Look at all. He's like right there in between, like the darkness and another form of light, which is just going to be this red here. He's right here in between. Like, man, I have all of this will. I have all of this will. I have all of this will. What I'm going to do? Where am I going to carry it? Where is it going to go here? But still, it's six. It's fire though. It's super fucking fire. That's just why he's holding it. That's why he's so close. I have to go back and re-educate myself on this direction here that they want to highlight. What this mean for Libras? That's funny because anytime someone mentions mean, MEAN, I automatically think of something in statistics, and it drives me crazy. What would this mean for Libras? What is a Libra card? This is a generalized collective reading. This is a generalized collective reading, a generalized collective reading. So it doesn't have just one um, communication force for just for Libra. This is practically for all, even for people who don't even resonate with astrology. So this is just really much a generalized reading. If you want to know more about what's going on with Libra, I don't know. I will see when the moon phase is going to follow on Libra. You can easily do that by like Google if you really want to know like how to advance yourself a little bit more. Know when the phases follow on your sign or not. You don't have to. You could just start working with the powers of Libra now. Looking up Libra's favorite color. What are the frequencies, the vibration of Libra? Libra is an air sign, right? So they deal with swords, but they deal more with like balancing frequencies, like the feather and the heart, something like that. So knowing like the color and the vibration of what frequency Libras operate on, because there's many different ones. You can work with that, the colors, um, whatever the crystals are as well, because a lot of the crystals frequencies resonate with a lot of the astrological signs as well. So crystals, you can work with balance scales, buy some scales, purchase some scales from Amazon, work with it, do some research on the scales, what it means for you. And that way, that's when you really get into your true depths of spirituality, when you start doing more research for yourself. Um, hmm Yeah, I've only ran into a few different Libras. Yeah, they almost remind me of Scorpios, but not really. It's just like, yeah, but not really. I'm not biased. I just don't want to get into that whole explanation of why. Because, people will be like, well, feel some certain type of way about their sign. I have learned to not give a GAF about my sign very, 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 very early on. Because as soon as people knew, especially in my family, what my sign is, they automatically labeled you as the as whatever. It's something that it wasn't positive, right? Wasn't positive. So I naturally gravitated to my sign because it's like it's gonna be with me forever. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 And then eventually, over time, you'll find people, friends, and other family members and celebrities too who have the same type of signs, and it's like, okay, well, we all up in here, gang, gang. So find out where the pressures are, right? So as we're saying, Aries, right? Aries sun. Aries sun is on the rise, right? It's already here. So lots of like the warrior, the motherfucking defense crew is on. But anyway, so how do you relate Aries right now? Because the sun, and then we're using Source right now. Double time. We're using the fiery part of swords that's so much in your hand that it has to be maintained. You have to maintain. You don't have to. I'm just suggesting that you maintain the power of your swords and use it for the benefit of yourself and your family and your generations. Always focus, turn inward, focus in back on you. You know, there are some instances where you can't, right? And I understand that. But right now we have this energy double time that came out back to back with laid by. You, it, the collective, we all together. Those who are leaders that we've been doing this reading for the last couple of months. Those were the Shango cards have been showing up for. Very much influential right here. All right. I'm saying that it is at the highest abilities because of what the sun has turned into right now. Okay. Aries is red and Mars. Okay. Although Legba here is working with Mercury. Mercury, Mars. Mercury is more blue, Mars is more red. Hmm. That's why I say balance out the two, the blue and the red, right? Balance out the two for the sword energy that's coming about. I'm just saying. I'm just, talking just this is just all generalized. This is all generalized by how these cards come out in patterns. There's only I naturally have to pay attention to that. Why would I not? Okay. Okay, because no. After that, Ayeda Weda came in for like the serpent goddess energy, or where is these pressures being pressed upon? They're being pressed upon so you can always transform like the Transformers. Okay, this is what Oya is saying, being like the Transformers. I don't even know if you can see just how beautiful this card is. She's dressed in her garb. You can't even see her. You'll never see her coming. She's too fast. She's too swift. Look at the energy that she is daggering with. She is going to slice through all energy, not with delight, like Oya, like, oh, baby, please, oh, I love you, ooh, la, 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 Oya. No, this is like, give me that. Get over here. I ain't waiting for you. This gonna happen regardless. She has how they explain it is like this tearing, this retching, like this natural, like when somebody can be naturally heavy-handed. I haven't heard that expression in a long time when somebody's just naturally heavy-handed, like their hand falls hard on the ground or they give you something. It's just they're heavy-handed. Like this is like the expression of Hoya here. Like when she lays down her hand, honey, when she lays down her feet, sis, when she lays down her hands, sis, this is a reflection of abundance, y'all, this card, but it's just in a transformational way, like in this tearing transformational way. But when she lays her foot down, when she puts it down, like no stopping, period. Her strength is fast and it's quick and it's full with this lightning bolt. You're never going to see her come. Like, what do they say? Like the earth, like splitting in half. Just imagine the earth splitting in half. Hold on one. Oh, you guys are back. I was going to say, hold on 1 second because I got to turn on my motherfucking house and shit. Oh, child. I need to wash my face. Hold on. Sorry. My. You gotta go. Oops, sorry, I didn't see your. See you later, Mr. Steven. Oh, so everybody's Libra. So Sanim, you're a Libra. Yeah, we are just hmm, a Libra card reading. Ooh. Let me check and see how many likes I got. Let me check and see how many likes I got. Look on my laptop. Oh my god, we got 3 likes. Yes, thank you. Yay. Thank you. I'm gonna get off here pretty soon. Probably eat some cereal and take a little short nap. Happy Friday. So anyway, we'll conclude that reading. It was a little bit extensive anyway. So I know that we left off with talking about Miss Oya, who's giving us abundance, but she's going to give us abundance with this transformation, right? She is the ultimate queen of transformations. Because people be thinking like transformation is this cute little fly by nighttime. Ooh, I'm gonna change my mental mind kind of a thing. Ooh, I'm a changed person. Ooh, I'm born again. She's here to let you know that the transformation is gonna come and is gonna snatch you where you need to be. Like snatch you, snatch you, baby. Yay for Oria coming by. Yes. All right, so don't forget about this, y'all. For y'all on the replay who's watching this back, okay, with the power of the swords, and we're dealing with like very much Mercury, okay, using the swords. But as we were saying, we had just entered into Mars frequency, so to speak. Um, with working me, Aries. Aries has been in the building. So let's do a nice good shuffle and we'll do one more reading and I'll let you guys go. I don't want to bore you to death or, So let's do another one. Ooh. We'll do a one card for Libra. So where's Libra's placements? We'll do one card for Libra. So what is Libra's one card placement? We'll do card reading for Libra. What is Libra's one card placements? I'm sorry, they laughing. I really have seal on. Okay, I said one card. That's what I'm saying. Can't just do one card. Oh, Olafie. Oh, shy. Oh, stability. Oh, oh. Oh, well, good for you. So there is like some definitely some change with stability that's going on right now. This is the first card. This could be like some past frequency, or it could be what's going on right now. As you can see, um, there is definitely some good change on the rise here. Um, so much that you can just be comfortable. There isn't a tearing or a wrenching. There's not a transformation. It's just like this change that's coming about. Um, of course, it's going to be new. You're going to be supported. You're going to be stable. It's going to be in the form of materialism on this earthly plane. So, you might have to do some with some money, some jobs. I don't know, possibly probably like a relationship or anything, but a change is the first card. And then it's like, oh wow, we got Oishai. Oishai is another great abundance card here. 10, still dealing with earthly matter, still dealing with materialism. Here is accumulation of all of those great materialistic matters here going on. Okay, so there's a bunch of accumulation, a bunch of abundance here, right? But ooh, we very much stable and supported. And the third card is even more stability and support here, because it looked like even if somebody had some business and they were shooting up for the star, they have like multiple businesses. This card is giving multiple businesses because the stability here that comes after this card, with a lot of people again additionally supporting you. But now the support isn't out in the universe, in the astral, so to call, I would just say astral, so called, the universe, the heavenly bodies, the ancestors. Okay, they're always going to be supporting you, but this is just another support here with your ancestors, or with those who are helping you on this boat in this watery substance here. And then the water is here is because no matter what avenue, where you are, where you're working at, it's going to interplay with some kind of emotions. Even if you're like isolated out of your emotions, you're going to be dealing with your emotions in some kind of way, in some kind of form, right? Um, so with all that business and all of that good abundance and accumulation, you have much support, much emotional stability. You have a lot emotional stability. Oh wow, this is Rada too. This is swords. Yeah, there's a lot of stability here going on. Not only by the things that you profess, the things that you speak, the communications and the ethers, how you think is in balance, right? But there's just a lot of support here. There's so many people here in support here on this boat. You never be alone as far as dealing with any circumstances. As a matter of fact, you probably won't even feel the circumstances because there's going to be people ahead of you, beside you, around you, behind you, that's going to handle it for you. Okay, I forget what this, I don't know, something telling me about what's going on here. I'm not familiar with boats and all of their accessories or any of that, but there's something about the position of this being up. I guess like the sailboat, all of its, what is that? Sail is up in that position, but there's something about how spirit wants to show you that you have so many people. You have so many people here helping you for real. So that is awesome because if you got the support here in the astral plane and the spirit being held up, like you don't even have to do anything. You are very much like sitting there with your pedicure or not and got your wine and gratitude. Look at that. Look at all of that growth. Look at all of that growth in the spirit realm. Look at all of that growth. Look at all of that abundance and accumulation one has accumulated. Wow, that's great. So if this was like you specifically, the Libra card reading, this would tell you a lot, especially for you being a Libra too. So your scales are balanced and your scales are supported. And that's always good for air sign. I'm not making any fun, but I'm making fun of myself because I am a Gemini and it's always good to ground all of your abilities, okay? And not to be flighty and not to do too much, which a lot of air signs sometimes are flighty, but I think that's mainly like Geminis are like the most flighty, like the most airy, intelligent, right? Still attached to communication, still attached to intellect, but so much, too much of it. Libras are a different form of air. And once I see that you got like stability here on all sides or equal sides and on the swordship side and the emotion side, okay, and in this astral film, astral, sorry, and in the astral here and in the earth here, okay, more abundance in earth. Who would ask for any more? So if it's not even there for you right now, is there in a frequency indefinitely? And if there's something that you want to work off of, it will probably be this quad. Most likely it will be this card to continue to progress. Continue to progress. Continue to progress. Continue whatever you've been doing. Continue. Don't stop. Continue whatever it is. I don't know why it keeps saying like multiple businesses, multiple businesses, multiple businesses. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm over here watching Boomerang, but I'm gonna be back really soon. Y'all have a good Friday because we're gonna be back again, y'all. Okay, make sure y'all reach out if you have any questions. But I'm gonna put the cards down for a little bit. Bye, y'all. Take good care. Bye.